Blast me to Bermuda. It's time for the Mad Merlins review of Hornby TT120 Club Magazine, Issue 4, Summer 2023. Hi guys, it's Merlin here from Mad Merlins, and I am coming at you today with a brand new Hornby TT Club Magazine coverage. So yeah, it's the 4th issue I believe we've had now. Yeah, 4 we've had so far, and it's been pretty good so far. Last issue they even gave us a tutorial on how to print off scale scenes kits, and also gave us a free download to a already correctly scaled one for TT. So fantastic. Yeah, so we'll get into that. First off, don't forget to, of course, check out the Mad Merlins Patreon. There are 3 tiers for TT membership. You can support me from as little as, I think the lowest tier, I think was £3, which will help support by allowing me to buy a piece of track. You can support me at a higher tier to help purchase wagons and buildings, and the highest tier helps go towards a locomotive. There are some fun little bits. You can name a character, as I've got some TT scaled people. You can name an engine if I buy an engine without a name. And yeah, you can also help design layout at I'm currently planning. Still very much in the planning stage. I'm struggling to find inspiration. I know I did say I was originally going to start doing it based on local geography. Perhaps I need to go for a walk or a drive around said local geography, and that should hopefully get me a few ideas. But yeah, let's dive into this latest issue of the Hornby TT Club magazine. So here we have the latest issue, the summer 2023. So yeah, issue 4. We've got a lot in here. So we've got a review of 2023 phases 1 and 2. We've got a building a worker's cottage. It's in detail, our social media partner review, and we've also got a Trigo bundle competition. And our cover article is the Gronks on Parade. So these are the brand new 08 shunters. So we've got our lovely introduction saying the future is looking bright. So yeah, definitely going to be some new things going forward. There's been a lot of changes since the last video. We've sadly lost Simon, who helped bring TT into realization, and we are also losing another member, which there is an article for in the magazine as we go forward. So yeah, let's start going forward and we'll take a look at the news. So we start with a review of the year and also progress on the brand new class 50 and 66 locomotives for you diesel fans. So yeah, you can see how the class 50 kit actually goes together. We got the actual chassis there, the bodywork pieces, all the detailings, etc., the bogies. Yeah, so pretty cool. And we've got a completed sample there of a 66 as well. We've also got some printed samples of some tanker wagons, which have beautiful undercarriage detailing. And we've got our most latest releases as well. So we've had some new 21-ton open wagons released. We've had some hoppers released. And we've also had the HST decorated samples previews released as well. So we've got the Intercity here. We've got the Mark IIF silver and blues here as well. And Mark IIIs have had a printing sample made as well. So yeah, here we have our article I mentioned. We have Bye Bye to Montana, who has also been a strong face on the Hornby team. I remember watching her on the Hornby A Model World series. And yeah, it's sad to see her and Simon go, but hopefully we've got some nice people taking her place and keeping the TT dream alive. We've also got a reminder on the diorama challenge and members' hospitality at the Great British Model Railway Show, including a 3mm TT scale layout there, which looks pretty cool. So, just a advertisement there, and we move on to our next one. So, Gronk's Alive, the Hornby TT120 model of the ubiquitous 08 is now available to buy, so the Club magazine decided to run the rule over the chunky little models. And yeah, they are fantastic. I've never actually owned an 08, so I may pick one up depending on what I decide to do with my future layout. But it would definitely require a bit of a recolor to match into whatever I choose to run. So I'd probably get one that has very little in the way of printed detailing on it. So the standard blue one there looks a pretty good one to get. But yeah, so we just go over the 08s, their history, being a firm favourite of modelers, often used as shunting work or pulling goods trains. Then our next article is meeting the brand manager. So Sarah Goodman is the Hornby brand manager, focusing on the TT120 brand. And yeah, we've got a nice little interview here where she covers various different subjects, questions put from the TT magazine editor. Yeah, really cool. Another advertisement for the Hornby DCC app. And then we got reviews of some latest releases. So we got the Custard and Crimson Mark 1s released. So yeah, Carmine and Cream as they call them here. Yeah, really cool looking coaches. Yeah, I'm always a chocolate and custard fan, being a Great Western Railway supporter, or even Southern Railway I like as well. Green coaches, green trains, all that. We also have a look at two brand new locos that join the range. So Trigo and A1, and we also have the Silver King and A4 there. So yeah, pretty cool. And we got a review for some line side detailings by West Hill Wagon Works. We got some speed limit signs, we got some grids, and we've also got depot buffer stops there, and some lamp irons as well. Moving on then, we got our social media partner here, Daniel Kellum, who's taking a comparative look at TT200. So he notes quite a few differences, but there are also still quite a lot of similarities between the two different scales. So we've got comparisons here in scale. The 08 Bayardo lines up, 00 Bayardo lines up lovely against the Hornby TT Blink Bonnie there. And yeah, they do look fantastic. There's a lot of nice matching detail. Very little difference between them, which is fantastic. A little bit of a close-up there. And we go into other locomotives. So we got the Enterprise and the Trigo there, and we've got the Mallards, both in TT and in 00. So yeah, they do look fantastic in both scales, and I'm really enjoying TT. It allows for a lot more space-conscious layouts. And I always tend to work in smaller scales anyway. When it comes to drawing, I much prefer to draw in just a small little box than I do on a larger open pad of paper. I tend to be able to put more detail into smaller things. It's always been a little bit of a skill I've had. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get a good layout working soon for my TT, and that will eventually expand over the years. I might get a overall just up and running, so I have something for reviews on the channel for future purchases. So yeah, pretty cool. A couple more adverts here about Trackside magazine. And we also have our competition to win a Trigo bundle. So we get Trigo, set a track, and a bunch of wagons, and of course a controller. Everything you need to get yourself started. Moving on then, we got our following along, building a layout on a 5x3.6 inch board. So it started back in autumn's issue, and we are now at the stage where we are trying to construct the overpass, which we go into some nice detail. So they have sourced some girders from a second-hand store, perfectly scaled. These, of course, will be cannibalized in order to extend the lengths. And yeah, glued together. Bit of baseboarding to help hold the bridge together, again with Uhu glue. Then we see where we're actually putting it in place. They've left gaps at the either side, just in case we need to adjust the angle on the bridge. Once we test the track fit though, we can find everything fits perfectly, and we can start making pilot holes for screws to hold it down. And here we see the completed bridge in place with the overpass coming down into the goods yard there. That looks pretty cool. We also got a bit about how to get some good scaled bricks. So we scan. Here we see that they scanned in the actual Settle and Carlisle engine shed rear into the computer, and they can print out and get properly scaled bricks, which they'll be using for detailing around the bridge and such. So yeah, if you want to, you can use the link here to view the previous articles digitally if you are a member of the club, or if you want to get hold of part 1 from autumn 2022 and part 2 from winter 2023, just to help you keep up to date. Then we got our modelling section, and we take a look at a worker's cottage here. So this comes from scalemodelSceneries.co.uk, and it's the Dylington Workers Cottage. It comes on a set of laser printed MDF boards, as well as some laser printed paper elements to add facial detailing. And yeah, it's a semi-detached little double cottage with a rear entrance as well there. And it just goes through showing how to put it together. A few extra top tips, how to make realistic looking slates. And yeah, all in all, it comes out to be quite a nice little cottage. You can even go the extra step and add some light paint detailing if you want to show a bit of a definition about 2 different colours. But yeah, these work pretty well for your standard working cottages that were seen throughout the early stages of railway history. There we go, another advert before we move on to a lovely article about Simon and his dream, and a good farewell to him as well. So yeah, we will miss you, Simon, but we will not forget what you have worked hard to achieve for us. And then finally we got our inbox letters from you, the readers. So yeah, there we have it. So a fantastic little issue. Yeah, it's great tips. I'm going to probably try picking up one of those kits for myself and add it to my collection. I already have a bunch from Pico that I plan to build on the channel at some point, once I get around to planning where I want components to be. But yeah, it's a great magazine, some nice articles in there. Again, as I've mentioned, it's sad to see Montana and Simon go, but hopefully things will keep going strong from the foundations they have set. So yeah, the future is definitely looking bright for TT120, and I am looking forward to it. I'm just waiting for some smaller steam locomotives. I'm hoping for some pannier tanks, some 14XX locomotives as well. And yeah, stuff to do for branch lines, as that's where a lot of my love for railways comes from. I've been reading and watching a lot of history about local branch lines, the Tiverton and Colne Valley branches, as well as recently the Line Regis branch, which I got a DVD of from my recently departed aunt. So yeah, parts of my uncle's old DVD collection of railways and buildings and stuff. He was a big fan on that. Yeah, there we have it. So let me know what you thought of this issue in the comment section down below. Also do consider, as I've mentioned, about joining the Mad Merlins Patreon, helping support the future of the layout. Also, drop me a comment or link down below to help get my creative juices flowing. If you know some good social media groups on Facebook, please let me know them in the comment section down below, as I'm currently looking for some local ones in Devon to help get me up and running with things. So there we have it. That was issue 4 of the Hornby TT Club magazine. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.